and you just throw it out of them. Hey, I am Koya Webb and welcome to Get Loved Up TV. Today we're here with Light Watkins, the author of Bliss More. Light is one of the #1 meditation teachers in America, and we're going to get loved up with him today.
Thank you.
So Light, tell us, how do you get loved up?
How do I get loved up?
Just the top 3 ways you practice self-care.
So I like taking bubble baths.
You like that?
It's important to work out. I think that's really important. And eating well, and of course meditation. So that's 4 ways. But you know, I like to shout out those other things because as a meditation teacher, people oftentimes think all I have to do is meditate, right? And I'm the first to tell people, meditation is a nice foundational habit, but you also need to take care of your physical body as much as you take care of your mind. You need to feed it, you need to exercise it, you need to surround it with loving people. So I think all of that is important.
Well, I'm surrounding myself with loving people right now, right? Okay, so but if someone wants to meditate, how do they get started? I'm sure that's your most asked question.
So that's why I wrote this book, Bliss More, because there's so much, I think, misinformation about meditation, and everybody's well-intentioned, except when you go online to try to figure out, okay, what's the best way to meditate? What are the best practices? And you go to someone who's very reputable and they'll say, you should meditate sitting straight up with your fingers together. And then someone else who's very reputable will say, you should lie down and meditate like that. And then someone else will say, you should meditate while you're walking through the woods, and that can be your meditation.
Yeah.
And it can create a lot of confusion. So what I've done, being a very long-term meditation practitioner, is I've taken the best of the best and I've put them all together in this book, Bliss More, to help anybody learn how to succeed in meditation without really trying. And the way that I'm defining success is a meditation practice that you actually enjoy, something that you look forward to doing in the morning.
All right. So how long will they have to sit and enjoy? Because you're not meditating if you're not in. That's what I got from it, right? You're not meditating unless you're enjoying it.
Well, you know, a lot of people look at it like, how long do I have to? But if it's a situation you enjoy, it's like, how long do I get to meditate?
Yes, I agree.
So
it's amazing.
Ideally, you want to be meditating in a way where you don't want it to stop.
All right.
But that said, you get the maximum dosage from about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I would say a very minimum 10-minute meditation. If you meditate less than 10 minutes, you're not really doing anything. But you also don't want to go for hours and hours and hours. So like 20 minutes is a good amount of time.
That sounds awesome. So we're meditating 15, 20 minutes a day. We're following the principles in your book. So how is it okay to do it with other people?
Absolutely, yeah. The more the merrier. Yeah. And in fact, we're going to do a 21-day challenge starting on February 1st for this book launch, and we're going to get a ton of people meditating together. Not necessarily in the same room, but just doing it at the same time and sharing those experiences.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What would be one of the most profound things someone has said to you after learning how to meditate from you?
I can finally sleep at night.
That's a good one.
So many people are experiencing insomnia or just some degree of sleep deprivation, and one of the biggest benefits from meditation in general is the body's ability to rest well at night. And I've had people who've been insomniacs for decades, and they start meditating and they're so relieved that they're finally sleeping like babies at night.
Wow, that's amazing. And how did you get started? Like, how did you just say?
When I moved to Los Angeles, I moved to LA in 2002, and then almost immediately I met this guy who had been traveling around the world for 30 years teaching people how to meditate. And this is back before there were meditation apps and, you know, everybody was talking about meditation. So it was a very peculiar type of a thing at the time, and it just, for whatever reason, it really attracted me, and I wanted to know more and more and more, and I studied with my teacher. I understood the value of having a teacher, and I was hooked pretty much right away, and I've been meditating like clockwork ever since.
Nice, that's amazing. And so do you feel like this is going to have a big effect? Because we're going through so many things on our planet today. Like how can meditation bring like world change?
Well, I think that one of the reasons why the world is so out of balance is because our collective consciousness is very stressed. You know, we're encountering so much information and so many demands and so many pressures, and there's no outlet for it.
Right.
And so what ends up happening is we can still achieve big things and do a lot of prolific things in life, But if there's no outlet for it, then it creates an imbalance inside. And a lot of times those imbalances show up mentally, sometimes they show up physically, and it ends up diminishing the quality of life later on, which then ripples out into the collective consciousness, where we see whole systems that are kind of off balance. And so what meditation does so beautifully is it restores balance inside, and then if more people are experiencing a sincere and genuine level of peace inside, it's only a matter of time before that ripples out into the world.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Well, I'm excited to dive into this book, Bliss More, How to Succeed in Meditation Without Really Trying. I'm excited about it. Are you guys excited about it? Leave your comments below. Maybe if you have any more questions, we'll try to answer those. What is one thing you want to leave with the people about meditation that will help inspire their meditation journey?
That if you think meditation is hard to do, you don't understand it as well as you could. And so if you take this book and you read it, you will find that the things you found hard about meditation are not actually hard at all, and that you can actually be excited about meditating.
Oh, I have one more question.
Yes.
What about guided meditation?
Yes.
People talk that guided meditation is good as well.
There's a time and place for guided meditation, yes.
Yeah. What about hypnotherapy meditation?
Everything.
That's all good?
I'm a supporter of every kind of meditation.
Every type of meditation?
Yeah, but what I like the most is a meditation practice where you can be more self-sufficient. In other words, you don't need to be at the drop-in meditation studio, or you don't need to have a guide in order to feel like you can meditate. I like when people can meditate anywhere. When you can meditate on a plane,
that's a good one.
you can meditate at Coachella, you can meditate on a road trip, and you don't need someone guiding you, you don't need technology to disconnect from technology.
Right.
So that's the most powerful form of meditation. But I'm a supporter of anything that gets you in the room.
In the room, and then you'll teach them how to go deeper.
Correct.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Get Loved Up TV.
Thank you. Can I give you a hug?
Yes,
Since we're getting
I love hugs. Yes, that's why you get loved up here.
That's right. That's right.
Love hugs.
Thank you so
love getting blissed out.
Thanks.
Love meditation.
And if anybody wants to ask me anything, they can always find me on Facebook as well, Light Watkins, or lightwatkins.com.
All right, lightwatkins.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And make sure you bliss more meditation. Awesome.